Now in today's class we are going to mathematics of your class 9th, and your running chapter is chapter number 6, and name of the chapter is lines and angles. You know it very well that all the portion from your NCERT book is completed, and here we are discussing NCERT exemplar problems. And in previous class I will give you the solution of 2-3 problems from your NCERT exemplar book, and in today's class we are going to discuss some more problems and their solution, explanation, all the things. But I want to suggest you that after this you have to practice the questions by yourself from your NCERT exemplar book also, if you want to become a warrior of your board examinations, because this year is your class 9th, you have to appear in your home examination, but next year is your class 10th, you have to appear in your board examinations. Okay, so I want here that you have to mentally prepare for your 10th board examination. For that purpose you must have to solve at least 3 books. First is NCERT prescribed by your school and CBSE also. Second is NCERT exemplar, and third is RS Agrawal. You must have to solve these 3 books. Now come to today's question. This is 4th question from your NCERT exemplar book, but first question of today's class. In figure DE parallel QR and AP and BP are bisectors of angle EAB and angle RBA respectively. And what we have to find? We have to find angle APB. This is the question. Now come to understood the figure here well. This DE is parallel to QR. One thing is given. This line N is work as a transversal, intersected DE at E and QR at B. Okay. Question is also saying here that AP and BP are bisector. This is AP and this is BP. AP is a bisector of angle EAB and BP is a bisector of angle ABR. Okay, so write down all the given things. DE parallel QR, AP and BP are bisector of angle EAB and angle RBA, and what you have to find? You have to find angle ABP. Angle APB means this angle. Okay, sometimes this question comes as a proof and sometimes this question comes as a solution. Like here you have to solve this question like a solution, but sometimes in question this thing is mentioned that prove that angle APB is equals to 90 degree. Okay, but procedure is same in both the process, either it is in the proving part, either it is in the solving part. You have to do the question by the same way. So first of all we are going to use the concept that when AP bisect this angle, then what will happen, and AP bisect this angle, then what will happen. Okay, you know it very well that when AP bisect angle EAB, then it divided in two equal angles, angle EAP this part and angle BAP this part, and both angles are equal to half of the angle EAB. Okay. Next thing, if BP bisect angle RBA, it also divides this whole angle in two equal parts, and both equal parts are angle RBP and angle ABP, this angle and this angle. Okay, and these both are equal to half of the angle RBA. So first of all, we are going to write down these things. Since AP and BP are angle bisector of angle EAB and angle RBA, therefore angle EAP is equals to angle BAP is equals to half angle EAB, and second thing is angle RBP is equals to angle ABP is equals to half angle RBA. Clear? Now we are going to use the concept of parallel line and transversal. These both lines are parallel and this is a transversal. So this angle, angle EAB, and this angle, angle RBA, both angles are in interior and on the same side of transversal. And you know it very well, when two angles is on interior and on the same side of transversal, then it will be co-interior angles. Okay, we are going to write this thing. Since DE parallel to QR, therefore by co-interior angle, angle EAB plus angle RBA is equals to 180. You know that it very well, that sum of the co-interior angle is what? 180 degree. Angle EAB this angle and angle RBA this angle, sum of both angle is 180 degree. Now we are going to divide by 2 on both sides. Why? Because we are having the value of half angle EAB and half angle RBA. So divide by 2 on both the side. This will become half angle EAB plus this will become half angle RBA is equals to 180 का half कितना? 90. Clear? Now in the place of half angle EAB, we can write this or this. In the place of half angle RBA, we can write this or this. Anyone? But which one we have to write? You have to understood this thing, that which one we have to write. In the place of half EAB, we have to write this or this, but we have to write this one, means angle BAP. Why? Because this angle is interior in triangle ABP. Clear? And in these two we have to write this one, and same concept, because this is in the interior of triangle ABB. I think there is no doubt for this you have now. So write down very easily. In the place of half EAB, we are going to write angle BAP, and in the place of half RBA, we are going to write angle ABP is equals to 90. This is our equation number 1. And now last thing is, we are going to apply the angle sum property, where in triangle APB, first angle is this angle BAP, second angle is this angle ABP, and third angle is this angle APB. Sum of all these three angles is what? 180 degree. Apply property first of all. In triangle ABP, by angle sum property, angle BAP plus angle ABP plus angle APB is equals to 180 degree. Sum of these two angles from equation 1 is 90. Write down here, it is 90 plus angle APB is equals to 180. Now transfer this 90 to this side. This will become angle APB is equals to 180 minus 90 will be 90. So this is the complete solution of your question number first for today's class, but question number 4 from your NCERT exemplar book. Now it's turn to discuss the next question. Next question is a very important and very good question. For this question, every time I will say that everyone is not capable to do this question. Only some students are capable to do this question very properly, and for that purpose they also work very hard. What is the question? In figure, angle Q is greater than angle R. PA is the bisector of angle QPR and PM is perpendicular to QR. Then prove that angle APM is equals to half in bracket angle Q minus angle R. Okay. Now look in the figure. This is triangle PQR. This line PA is the angle bisector, means this angle is equals to this angle. Next thing, this line PM is a perpendicular on QR, means this angle is 90 degree as well as this angle is 90 degree. What we have to prove? We have to prove angle APM, means this angle, is equals to half angle Q minus angle R. This thing we have to prove. Okay. Now write down first of all the given things. First thing is angle Q greater than angle R. Second thing is PA is bisector of angle QPR. PA is bisector of angle QPR. PM is perpendicular to QR. We have to prove angle APM is equals to half angle Q minus angle R. Now come to proof. Proof is very important part of this question, because in this question there are lots of different things arises. For that, until now you are not aware. Okay. So first of all we are going to write here that since PA, this line PA is a bisector of angle QPR, so this angle means angle QPA is equals to this angle means angle RPA. Write down this thing. Since PA is a bisector of angle QPR, therefore angle QPA is equals to angle RPA. Equation number 1. And one more thing, we know what? Angle QPA can be written as a sum of these two angles, means angle QPM plus angle APM. So Here we can write angle QPA is equals to angle QPM plus angle APM, equation 2. And now this thing is very interesting for you also, that QPA is equals to RPA and QPA is equals to angle QPM plus angle APM, means sum of these both thing is also equal to angle RPA. Okay, when we required we have to use this. Next thing, this PM is perpendicular to QR, and we are going to use this. PM is perpendicular to QR, therefore angle PQM, PMQ, this angle, and angle PMA, this angle, both equals to 90 degree. Okay. Now next thing we are going to do, that we are going to exterior angle property here. In which triangle? In triangle PQM. For triangle PQM, this angle is exterior angle. Measurement of this is 90. This angle is a exterior angle, and exterior angle is equal to sum of the interior opposite angles. Means angle PMA, this is equals to angle Q plus this angle, means angle QPM. Okay, write down these things. In triangle PQM, by exterior angle property, angle PMA is equals to angle Q plus angle QPM. This is equation number 3. Again we are going to use exterior angle property, but in which triangle? In triangle PRA. For triangle PRA, this is the exterior angle, means this exterior angle is equal to sum of the interior opposite angles, and name of this angle is angle PAM. Angle PAM is equals to angle R plus angle this one, means ki angle APR. Okay, or you can say RPA. So write down this thing also here now. In triangle PRA, by exterior angle property, angle PAM is equals to angle R plus angle RPA, equation number 4. And now we are going to do last thing here, and that last thing is we are going to apply the angle sum property in triangle PMA, this smaller triangle. Triangle PMA, we are going to use the angle sum property. Clear? Look here. In triangle PMA, by angle sum property, sum of all three angle, angle APM plus angle PMA plus angle PAM is equals to 180 degree. In the place of angle APM, you have to write this as it is, because you have to prove this. And now angle PMA, calculated earlier, angle Q plus angle QPM, and angle PAM, calculated earlier in equation 4, angle R plus angle RPA is equals to 180 degree. I think there is no confusion, no problem in this solution. Now angle APM plus angle Q plus angle R plus angle QPM, and in the place of angle QPA, in the place of angle QPA, from this equation number 2 we can write angle QPM plus angle APM. Angle QPM plus angle APM is equals to 180 degree, angle APM arises 2 times, so write down 2 times angle APM plus angle Q plus angle R, and angle QPM is also arises 2 times, so 2 times angle QPM is equals to what? 180 degree. I think it is clear. Now we have to use the value of angle QPM. Okay, look here in equation number 2, this angle QPA and this angle PMA, here equation number 3. The value of angle PMA is 90 degree. You know it very well. Angle PMA is 90 degree. So you have to write it 90 is equals to angle Q plus angle QPM, or you can say right, angle QPM is equals to 90 minus angle Q. So in the place of angle QPM we are going to write 90 minus angle Q is equals to 180 degree. 2 times angle APM plus angle Q plus angle R is equals to multiply 2. 180 minus 2 times angle Q is equals to 180. 180 from 180 you can cancel, and angle 2 times angle APM is equals to this angle Q minus 2 times angle Q is minus angle Q, comes to this side is plus angle Q, and angle R comes to this side is minus angle R. Now this 2 comes in division, so this is the complete proof that angle APM is equals to half the angle Q minus angle R. Clear? This is the complete proof of this question. Now we are going to discuss our last question of today's class. As we done example number 8 just before the exercise 6.3, there we will prove that angle BOC is equals to 90 minus half angle A, but that times these BO and CO externally divided, external bisectors, but now this time this BO and CO are internal bisector. Okay, so first of all read the question. Bisector of angle B and C of a triangle ABC intersected each other at the point O. What we have to prove? We have to prove that angle BOC is equals to 90 plus half angle A. This is the figure, triangle ABC. BO is a bisector of angle B. CO is a bisector of angle C. We have to prove this angle BOC is equals to 90 plus half angle A. Clear? Come to all the things. What is given? BO and CO are angle bisector of angle B and angle C, and triangle ABC is given. What we have to prove? Angle BOC is equals to 90 plus half angle A. Proof: if BO is a bisector of angle B, then this is equals to this, means angle ABO is equals to angle CBO is equals to half angle B, and CO is a bisector of angle C, so angle ACO and angle BCO is equals to half of the angle C here. Okay, now we can apply the angle sum property in the big triangle, triangle ABC. So angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equals to 180 degree. Apply the angle sum property. Angle in triangle ABC by angle sum property, angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equals to 180. And now divide by 2 on both sides, because we have the value of half angle B and half angle C. So when we divide the both side by 2, it will become half angle A plus half angle B plus half angle C is equals to 90 degree. And now when this half angle transferred to this side, it will become 90 minus half angle A, but angle CBO How it's come? Half of the angle B is angle CBO and half of the angle C is angle BCO. We can use this and this or this and this, but here we are using this for half angle B and this for half angle C. I think it is very clear to you why we are using, because this is in the interior of triangle BOC. Now in triangle BOC, by angle sum property. Next is our, in triangle BOC we are going to apply the angle sum property. This angle, angle OBC, this angle, angle OCB, and this angle is angle BOC. Apply the angle sum property in triangle BOC. Angle BOC plus angle CBO plus angle BCO is equals to 180. This is angle BOC plus sum of angle COB plus BOC is 90 minus half angle A is equals to 180. Now transfer all the things this side. Angle BOC is equals to 180 minus 90 plus half angle A. Now angle BOC is equals to 180 minus 90 is 90 plus half angle A. This is the complete proof of your this question. This is the complete proof of your this question. Now according to me, this chapter is fully finished. On next turn we will discuss our new chapter, and your new chapter is triangles. Okay.